Hey guys, Rich here with Brotherhood Reviews, and we're back talking about Bleach episode 7, and oh my god, it keeps getting better, the bloodshed, everything. Now, with Captain Commander dead, who's gonna run the Soul Society? What's left of the Soul Society, and what's up with them being like we spent too much time there? We'll get to all that in a moment. But before we get into that, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you like content like this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But let's talk about episode 7. It's mainly that we get a little bit more of Yama's flashback in the beginning, and it's very touching because you see him training like a younger Soul Reaper and talking to him, and he's like, oh yeah, you really are a monster, what's up with that picture? He's like in his house, so it just seemed, you just see how like he really loved the people in the Soul Society, that he really cared for them. And we also get flashbacks of the battle 1,000 years ago, and what he actually did in it. Like it was more bittersweet because I kind of want to see that now, more than anything. Now, as they're cutting a slough through the Soul Society, everybody feels Yama's spiritual oppressor just disappear. He's dead. After he cuts him in half and his body just hits the ground, that's when everybody starts, the tides start turning back to the Quincy side, and it is very crazy to see. Now, when Ichigo realizes this, he actually gets the strength to break out of the prison that he was in, and it turns out that prison can only be broken out of by Quincy's. So we'll get to more of that in a minute, so don't forget to keep watching if you want to know my thoughts on that, and if you want to figure out what happens. But once he gets free from the prison, the first person he goes to see is not the man himself, Byakuya Kuchiki. And Byakuya, by me being a very strong Byakuya fan, and he went out like a G. In my personal opinion, other people might not like the way he went out, but he went out like a G. He did not run and quiver in the sight of his own attacks. He did not turn and run in the sight of any battle. He did his best, and he tried to save Renji in the process. Definitely stopped him from using his Bankai in the nick of time before his sword would have been stolen as well. So kudos to him. He should be honored like the boss he is, and he will always forever have my respect. But other than that, my man pretty much told Ichigo, yo, you shouldn't even be here. This is not your fight. But I'm asking you this. Protect the Soul Society. I don't have much more time, but I just need you to do me this favor and protect the Soul Society. He sucked up his pride in his dying breath to ask Ichigo to protect his family. That is a true warrior, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everything in his power told him, like, listen, the only way we could protect this place is through you. And, you know, he is the proudest person there. Yeah, and that's my guy. Now, moving on to what happens next is Ichigo meets up with the king of the Quincy's, and they start chatting it up, and pretty much we find out that, hey, your mother's a Quincy. Your mother is a Quincy, because he tries to stab him in the neck, and that whole Quincy bodyguard thing that they all had on them, he had on his skin when they tried to stab him when he tried to stab him in the neck, and he was like, yeah, see, you unlocked your Quincy powers. That's the only way you were able to escape the prison. And also, he obviously, Ichigo wasn't going to let him go without, fighting him. In the process of them fighting, his sword broke. So his next power up, I can't wait to actually see animated, because I keep forgetting the name of it, like Full Albering or something like that. But whatever the name of it is, I can't wait to see it animated. His new his new transformations have always been cool. And yeah, totally training arc coming up, and I'm here for it. Whatever Quincy powers he's going to fuse with his Soul Reaper powers and create a new, better Quincy-esque Soul Reaper sword, massive Tetsugo Tenshu. You guys know. But anyways, okay, but yeah, so he breaks his sword, and the king pretty much says, yo, I'm coming back, I'll be back for you. Like, don't get me wrong, because his second, whoever was with him, I really don't care about those other Quincy guys, because I feel like they're gonna die pretty soon and swiftly for what they did to my peoples. But said to the blonde-haired dude that was with the king when he was fighting everybody, or when he was fighting Yama and Ichigo, pretty much said, time is up, we have to go. We've spent the max amount of time here, or whatever. So that means they can only be in the Soul Society for a certain amount of time. And I don't know, like, obviously they didn't say what the reasoning is, but I think it's because, like, they have to be like near dead, so they have to probably they probably live in like a dimensional space wherever, and they have to be in that space, and they can only leave that space for a certain amount of time. That's probably why their guard is always up. But that's just my thoughts on that. But I really enjoyed this episode. I can't wait for the next one. And yeah, if you guys like this, thank you. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a good day, time, night, whenever you guys are listening to this. Thank you.